this video, we will be discussing question number 3 and question number 4 of the IB Maths AASL November 2023 Time Zone 2 Paper 2 of the Section A. So question number 3, we need to consider a function f of x, and we're going to sketch the graph of the function f for the question A of the number 3. So this is paper 2 question. That means we can use GDC to solve this question. So on your GDC, we're going to first type in the equation of the function f of x, and we're going to graph it. Okay, make sure you set your window similar to the domain and the range that are given in the answer box. Then you will get the sum of the roots, right? And the vertex and y-intercept. Then using these points, we're going to draw the graph. Okay, so I have already drawn my graph here, and I'm going to just point out a few things that you need to be aware of it when you sketch a graph for a question like this. Okay, the first thing that you need to remember is if there is a roots, always identify correct roots. With this question, this is 1 point. And another thing, another answer point that you need to remember is identify the intercepts. So here the y-intercept, that is what we need to find. And also local minimum needs to be identified too. So in this case, the vertex have to be approximately identified. That's the second point. And also, since this graph identifies the domain that you have to use, you have to identify the correct endpoint. Okay, so in this case, it's special because the question identifies domain for you, right? So your endpoints should be on -4 and x equals 3, right? So that's the reason why you need to identify the correct endpoints, and that's another point for this question. Then let's look at the question number B. So function g is defined by this equation, right? So the graph of the g is obtained from the graph of the f by a horizontal stretch with the scale factor k, followed by a vertical translation of the c units. So we know that function f of x is actually same as e to the power of x minus 3x minus 4. Function g of x that is newly given in this question is e to 2x minus 6x minus 7. So using the -4 and -7, we have to identify the vertical translation. So using e to the power of x, e to the power of 2x, we have to identify the horizontal translations. Okay, so means since we have translated from x to 2x, we know that the horizontal stretch it is with the scale factor of the 1/2. And since we have moved from the -4 to the -7, we know that the vertical stretch happened by the c equals -3 or the -3 units down. Okay, then let's try the question number 4. So this question is about applications, okay? And it's about the geometry. So we have a company designing a new logo in the shape of the letter C. And this letter C can be formed within two circles with the center O. And we know that point A from the center O is has a length of R. Point B from the center O has a length of 10, right? And the angle AOB is 5.2 radians, the reflex angle. Okay, then let's look at the question A. So question A, we need to show that the area of the C is given by 260 minus 2.6 R squared. So we need to show that this gray area that forms the letter C has the area of the 260 minus 2.6 r squared. So we know that this is formed by the two circles, and we know the angle here, and we also know that there's a radius. Okay, then we do know that there are two sectors that are formed by this reflex angle. So one is the small sector that forms like this, and the other one is the bigger sector that are formed with the outer circle like this. Okay, then what you're going to do is we're going to calculate the bigger sector, the area of the bigger sector, and we're also going to calculate the area of the smaller sector to find the area of the letter C. Okay, that's what you're going to do. So bigger sector area, to calculate the area of the bigger sector, we have to use the area of the sector formula from your formula booklet. So it has formula of the 1/2 times angle times r squared. So the bigger sector is, area of the bigger sector is same as 1/2 times angle 5.2 times its radius 10 squared. The area of the smaller sector is same as 1/2 times angle 5.2 times radius r squared. Okay, then we can calculate the area of letter C by subtracting the smaller sector, area of the smaller sector, from the area of the bigger sector. Okay, so we do 1/2 times 5.2 times 10 squared minus 1/2 times 5.2 times r squared. Then simplifying all these numbers will give us the value of 260 minus 2.6 r squared. And we have shown that the area of the letter C is same as 260 minus 2.6 r squared. So QED. Okay, then let's look at the question B. In order to solve the question B, we have another information. So the area of the C is actually equals to 64 centimeters square. This information, we're going to find the value of the R. Okay, so we know that the area of C is same as 260 minus 2.6 r squared from the question A. And with the extra information that we just got, this is also equals to 64, right? Then we can do 260 minus 2.6 r squared equals to 64. Then negative 2.6 r squared is same as 64 minus 260. Then r squared is same as 64 minus 260 minus negative 2.6. Then this will give us the value of r squared equals to 25.3841. Then square rooting the both sides will give us the value of r value of 8.68243. Then the r value is same as 8.68. And we got our final answer. Then let's talk about the BII. So II, we need to find the perimeter of the letter C, right? Then we know that from center to point A is R. Center to point B is 10, right? So we just calculate the R value from the question BI. So that means the size of this part here is same as 10 minus r, right? Then 10 minus 8.68. Then we can calculate that this side part, the length of the side part as the 1.32, means this side here also has the length of 1.32. Now we have to calculate the inner perimeter inner length and the outer length to calculate the total perimeter, right? The total value of the perimeter. So we do know that this is sector. Sector means that we have arc, right? So it means we can treat this as arc, right? So this the green part is, let's say this is the outer arc, so arc number 1. And let's treat the pink part as the inner arc or arc number 2. Okay, so let's try to calculate the arc length of the arc number 1 and arc number 2. So to calculate the arc length, what we need to do is we have to use the formula from your formula booklet. So angle times r. Okay, so the arc number 1, the arc length number 1 is same as since it has radius of the 10, the angle times radius, so it's like 5.2 times length 10 or the radius 10, right? The arc length number 2 is same as angle 5.2 times the r value of the r, right? So we're going to be 8.68 from the question BI. Then adding the arc length number 1 and arc length number 2, and also to two side part, we give us the value of 99.776. So we can say that the perimeter of the C is same as 99.8.